The CEO that I hired to run my company as I stepped out from CEO to chairman of the board almost quit in his first week in the company. I hired him as a frontline employee. He worked all the way up to be CEO. He's one of the most valuable hires I've ever made, but I almost botched it because of the onboarding process. Today, I'm breaking down the 5th S in my recruiting framework, which is sync. This is how you make your people so successful in those first few weeks that they will stay with your company for life. It's how you make turnover a thing of the past, and how you catch that rare C player that sneaks through your hiring process so that you can fire them quickly before they start causing damage and problems in your company. Welcome back. I'm Cort Brady. I've built multiple companies, tons of teams. My last company scaled from 0 to 80 employees, bootstrapped it, and then exited the company while still owning it. I have a world-class team that runs it, and now I help founders build teams and systems and strategies so that they can still scale their businesses. So let's dive in. I want to start with a quick story. My CEO, one of the best people I've ever worked with, almost walked away on week 1. Not because of our culture, not because of our mission or compensation, but because I failed to sync him properly in his new role. I had another new hire, we'll call her Taylor, who looked like a rock star on paper, but 2 months in, she was dragging the team down. The only thing worse than losing an A player is holding on to a C player that you thought was an A player, and they wreak havoc in your business. So here's how to make sure that neither happen, that you never lose an A player, and that C player that sneaks through, you can yank him out before any damage is caused. Step 1, translate the scorecard into a scoreboard. When you hired this person, if you've seen my other videos, you already created a scorecard for them. Now you need to turn that scorecard that has their roles and responsibilities into a scoreboard. It's gonna tell them what's expected, how they do it, and what they get based on their performance. This is gonna create clarity, motivation, and traction. This is one of the core parts that I go through with founders that I coach, is helping them take their strategy and distill it into individual scoreboards for each employee, so that individual execution leads to what the long term of the company is going. And it's not just how are we doing as a company, but it's how are you doing individually. And as you stack all those on top of each other, your company ends up being successful. Step number 2, after you've created the scoreboard, give them a mentor. People join companies, but they leave managers. So assign them a specific mentor, not a group, a specific mentor, somebody that's gonna be responsible for onboarding, culture alignment, and accountability. If no mentor exists, then you, as the founder, are the default mentor. And that might be the case if you have a team of 3, 4, 5 people total. Step 3 is to create clear measurements of success. They need to know what they need to accomplish in month 1, month 2, month 3. Each month should have its own non-subjective success criteria of where they need to be at. If they don't perform, the mentor is gonna feel like they failed as the mentor, and it's gonna fight to justify why you should keep that employee. Vague goals are gonna make that situation significantly worse. It just compounds. So make it black and white. Did they hit the mark or did they miss it? That's it. Step 4, this is the secret that everyone misses, but it's gonna create so much stickiness. Get them to recruit. People rarely leave companies that they've recruited their friends to. So once you've gotten this person ramped, get them to start referring other friends. Give them incentives, motivations. It locks them in emotionally. And if you hired a top talent A player, they likely know other A players that they will bring into your organization. There's gonna be this group, this following, this friendship, this brotherhood, sisterhood. They are never gonna leave. And step 5, this is probably the most important of all the steps. Fire quickly if it's not a fit. Sometimes you miss, even with the perfect process. You asked every question, went through every job, talked to every reference, and you still missed. If someone's not a fit, let them go fast. I wish every founder I worked with and coached would hire at half the speed, so they take longer to interview, and fire at 10x the speed. It's better for everyone, including the person that you let go. So here's your playbook. This is how you sync employees, get early wins at the beginning and make them so loyal they'll never leave, and find that rare C player to get them out of the company as quickly as possible. Number 1, turn the scorecard into a scoreboard. Number 2, assign a mentor. Number 3, create clear objectives and success milestones month to month. Number 4, get them to recruit a friend. They're never gonna leave you if they bring their friends along. And number 5, if it's not working, end it fast. That's how you make your people wildly successful. That's how you eliminate turnover and find that rare person that snuck through who is a low performer C player and get them out of your company quickly. You now have the entire view of what you need to do to get A players into your company easily, quickly, and build an engine that keeps them coming. It's sourcing, screening, scoring, selling, and syncing. This system helps you build a team of A players. Next, we move from building a team to aligning that team, not just one person with your company, but now that you have an entire organization, how do you get them all rowing into the same direction? And that's going to be a transformation on your part from being a manager to being a coach. So hit like, subscribe, and I'll show you how.